Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to take a moment and think about the most precious resource you have. It's not money. It's not talent. It's not even knowledge. It's something so fundamental, so invaluable, yet often taken for granted. The clock is ticking. The seconds are slipping through our fingers like grains of sand, and every moment that passes is a moment we can never reclaim. Time is that elusive currency we spend without a second thought until we realize we've run out. You see, most of us are guilty of wasting time. We waste it on things that don't serve us, on people who don't value us, and on habits that don't move us forward. We linger too long in places where we were meant to pass through. We put off dreams, delay decisions, and squander opportunities, believing that there's always more time. But there isn't. We need to recognize that our days are numbered, and each day that goes by without us fulfilling our potential is a day lost forever. You don't have time to waste on doubt. You don't have time to waste on fear. You certainly don't have time to waste on regret. You are here for a purpose. You were put on this earth to do something that only you can do. But if you're not careful, you'll look back one day and realize that the things you thought could wait, your dreams, your goals, your happiness, are still waiting. Because while you were waiting for the perfect time, while you were waiting for everything to fall into place, time kept moving. So what does it mean to not waste your time? It means choosing to live consciously. It means setting clear priorities and not allowing the trivial things to crowd out what truly matters. It means being brave enough to say no to what doesn't serve you and yes to the things that light a fire in your soul. If you have a dream, start working on it now. If there's a skill you've been meaning to master, take the first step today. If there's a person you've been meaning to connect with or a relationship you've been neglecting, reach out immediately. Because tomorrow is not promised. The only time we have is the time we're living right now, in this very moment. Now, I know life can be overwhelming. I know there are distractions, obligations, and setbacks, but those are no excuse for letting your time slip away. Be vigilant. Guard your time as if your life depended on it, because it does. Time is life. And once it's gone, there's no getting it back. So I challenge you, let go of procrastination. Release the habit of saying, I'll do it later. Eliminate the things that waste your time, whether it's mindlessly scrolling through your phone or engaging in conversations that don't enrich you. Take your time back. Own it. Use it to create the life you envision, the life you deserve. Remember, every moment you invest in your growth, in your happiness, and in your purpose brings you one step closer to your destiny. So don't waste another second. Your time is now. Time is a resource that we often overlook. We rush through our days, busy with tasks and responsibilities, but rarely do we pause to consider the value of every moment we have. Time is the one asset we all possess, yet it is also the most fragile. Unlike money or material possessions, time cannot be saved or stored for future use. Once a second, a minute, or an hour passes, it's gone forever. This is why it's crucial to understand that wasting time is the most significant loss we can experience. Imagine what it means to waste time. It's not just about sitting idle or being unproductive. Wasting time happens when we devote our energy to activities that don't contribute to our growth, that don't align with our goals, or that simply have no purpose. It can be as simple as spending hours scrolling through social media, engaging in conversations that go nowhere, or repeatedly postponing actions that could propel us forward. Every time we engage in these activities, we're choosing to forfeit something valuable, our potential. And it's not just about the lost hours, it's about the lost opportunities to become who we were meant to be. The reality is that time, while continuous, is also finite. None of us knows how much of it we have left. Yet we often live as if we have an endless supply. We push off dreams, delay decisions, and hold back from taking risks, thinking we'll have time to do it later. But what if later never comes? Each day spent not pursuing what truly matters is a day that can never be retrieved. This thought should be at the forefront of our minds when making decisions on how to spend our time. Every moment counts, and how we choose to spend those moments will shape our lives. It's essential to cultivate an awareness of how we are using our time. Awareness helps us recognize where we might be wasting it and where we can reclaim it. A good place to start is by examining our daily habits. Do we spend too much time on distractions that don't add value? Are we prioritizing the urgent over the important? Are we saying yes to things that don't serve our purpose? These are hard questions, but answering them truthfully can help us understand where our time is slipping away. There's a common saying, time is money, but in reality, time is far more precious than money. While we can earn back money lost, we can never regain lost time. This understanding should create a sense of urgency within us. We must treat time as the treasure it is, guarding it carefully and investing it wisely. Each minute we spend should be seen as a seed. Either it's sown in good soil and brings a fruitful harvest, or it's cast away and wasted. The choice is ours. Living consciously means being intentional with our time. It means knowing what we want to achieve and ensuring our daily activities align with those goals. It's about being clear on our purpose and making deliberate choices that lead us towards fulfilling it. When we know what matters most to us, it becomes easier to eliminate the time-wasting habits and distractions that derail us. Instead of drifting aimlessly through our days, we can start living with purpose, making the most of every moment we have. Eliminating time-wasting habits is not just about removing distractions, it's also about setting boundaries. There are countless demands on our time, from work obligations to personal commitments, and not all of them are worth the investment. We must learn to say no to things that don't align with our purpose. This might mean turning down social invitations, stepping away from draining conversations, or cutting back on activities that don't contribute to our growth. By doing so, we create space for what truly matters. We must also recognize that procrastination is one of the biggest thieves of time. When we procrastinate, we are essentially telling ourselves that what needs to be done can wait. But the longer we put things off, the more difficult it becomes to accomplish them. Procrastination is a form of resistance that stems from fear of failure, fear of success, or fear of the unknown. To overcome it, we must develop a habit of taking action, even when it's uncomfortable. Action is the antidote to procrastination. And the more we practice taking action, the easier it becomes. It's also crucial to shift our mindset around time. Instead of seeing time as something that happens to us, we must see it as something we have control over. This requires us to adopt a mindset of ownership. We must own our time, taking full responsibility for how we use it. This means letting go of excuses and recognizing that we are the architects of our own lives. Every decision we make, every action we take, and every moment we spend is building the life we will ultimately live. By valuing and protecting our time, we can create a life that reflects our deepest desires and highest aspirations. Each day offers a new opportunity to invest in ourselves, to learn, to grow, and to take steps towards our dreams. When we stop wasting time, we begin to live fully, making the most of every moment and embracing our potential to its fullest. Time is an invaluable resource, often overlooked in our fast-paced lives. It is the one commodity that once spent cannot be regained. In a world filled with distractions, obligations, and the incessant pull of technology, understanding the importance of time management becomes crucial. When we speak about not wasting time, it's essential to recognize that this concept goes beyond merely managing hours in a day. It involves a profound understanding of our purpose and priorities. The first step in appreciating the value of time is to acknowledge that it is finite. Each person has a limited number of days, hours, and minutes. As the clock ticks, the reality of our mortality becomes clearer. Every moment that passes is an opportunity lost or gained. When we waste time, we are not just delaying tasks, we are delaying our potential and our dreams. The realization that time is limited can be a powerful motivator. It urges us to act, to make choices that align with our values and goals. Consider how we often allow ourselves to become ensnared by trivial activities. We scroll endlessly through social media feeds, engage in gossip, or immerse ourselves in television shows that do not enrich our lives. These activities may provide temporary pleasure or distraction, but they contribute little to our growth or well-being. The time spent on such pursuits could be redirected towards something that fosters personal development or nurtures relationships. The challenge lies in recognizing these time-wasting habits and actively choosing to eliminate them from our lives. Understanding our purpose is fundamental to making effective use of our time. When we have a clear sense of what we want to achieve, it becomes easier to prioritize our activities. Purpose serves as a compass, guiding us in making decisions about how to spend our time. Each day presents us with choices, And knowing our purpose allows us to evaluate these choices against what truly matters to us. It can be helpful to create a list of priorities and regularly assess how we allocate our time in relation to these priorities. This intentional approach not only enhances productivity, but also instills a sense of fulfillment as we engage in activities that resonate with our core values. Moreover, creating a sense of urgency around our time can significantly impact how we approach our goals. It is easy to fall into the trap of believing there will always be more time, that we can start that project tomorrow or take that trip next year. However, life is unpredictable, and circumstances can change in an instant. Embracing a mindset that treats each day as a valuable opportunity can propel us to take action now. The urgency to act fosters motivation and helps us overcome procrastination. When we cultivate a habit of making decisions and taking steps toward our goals immediately, we create momentum that carries us forward. One of the key aspects of not wasting time is to recognize and eliminate those activities and relationships that do not serve us. This involves a level of honesty with ourselves about how we spend our days. Are there meetings we attend that don't contribute to our objectives? Are we investing time in relationships that drain us rather than uplift us? By identifying these time wasters, we can begin to set boundaries and make conscious choices about where we invest our time and energy. This process may require difficult conversations or the need to let go of certain habits, but the payoff is immense. When we clear our lives of distractions and negativity, we create space for meaningful experiences and connections that enrich our lives. Investing time in self-growth, health, and nurturing relationships is equally important. Our time should be devoted to activities that foster personal development, such as reading, learning new skills, or exercising. These investments yield long-term benefits that far outweigh the immediate gratification of time-wasting habits. When we prioritize our health, both physical and mental, we empower ourselves to tackle challenges with resilience and vigor. Similarly, investing time in relationships that matter, whether with family, friends, or mentors, creates a support system that enhances our journey through life. These connections are what truly enrich our lives, providing joy, support, and a sense of belonging. In conclusion, understanding the concept of time as a finite resource is essential for living a fulfilling life. We must strive to value every moment, aligning our actions with our priorities and purpose. By eliminating time-wasting habits, creating a sense of urgency, and investing in what truly matters, we can maximize our time and ultimately create a life that reflects our dreams and aspirations. The choice is ours to drift through life passively or to embrace the gift of time with intention and purpose. Our time is now, and it's time to make it count. Time is often regarded as one of the most valuable resources we have, yet it is also one of the most misused. The truth is that time is finite. We cannot create more of it, and once it is gone, we cannot retrieve it. This reality emphasizes the need for intentionality in how we spend our moments. We must come to understand that every second, every minute, and every hour presents us with opportunities to create, connect, and grow. The ability to recognize the worth of our time is crucial in leading a fulfilling life. And we must learn to value each moment as precious and significant. Living with purpose becomes paramount in ensuring we do not squander our time. When we understand our purpose, we can make conscious choices about where to invest our energy and focus. A clear sense of direction allows us to prioritize our actions, leading to more meaningful engagements and pursuits. It is easy to get caught up in the daily grind, attending to tasks that feel urgent but lack significance. By prioritizing what truly matters, whether that is our personal development, our relationships, or our passions, we can make the most of our time. Purpose-driven individuals are more likely to allocate their time toward activities that align with their values and long-term goals. They engage in tasks that inspire growth and contribute to their well-being. Conversely, when we lack clarity about our purpose, it is all too easy to fall into the trap of wasting time on trivial matters. The distractions of everyday life can easily pull us away from what is genuinely important, leading to a sense of regret and unfulfillment. Moreover, recognizing and eliminating time-wasting habits is a fundamental step in making better use of our time. Many people engage in activities that do not contribute to their well-being or success. For example, excessive social media use can lead to hours of lost time spent scrolling through content that adds little value to our lives. Similarly, procrastination is a common hurdle that prevents us from taking action on important projects or goals. When we identify these time-wasting habits, we can take proactive steps to eliminate them. This may require setting boundaries around technology use, creating schedules, or seeking accountability from others. Building a life that aligns with our values requires conscious choices and disciplined actions. Each decision we make about how to spend our time is a reflection of our priorities. By consciously evaluating where our time goes, we can redirect our focus toward activities that foster growth, joy, and fulfillment. For instance, if spending quality time with loved ones is a priority, we must make that a scheduled part of our week rather than allowing it to be an afterthought. The same goes for personal development. If learning a new skill or pursuing a passion is important, we should carve out dedicated time for it in our daily routines. Creating a sense of urgency can also significantly impact how we manage our time. When we approach each day with the mindset that today could be our last chance to make an impact, we are more likely to take action. This urgency drives us to focus on what truly matters and encourages us to stop procrastinating. It transforms our perspective on time, making us appreciate its fleeting nature. Adopting this mindset does not mean living in fear. Instead, it invites us to embrace each day as an opportunity for growth and connection. Investing our time in what truly matters is vital to creating a life of purpose and satisfaction. This means prioritizing activities that align with our long-term goals and aspirations. Investing time in relationships that nurture and uplift us can enhance our sense of belonging and support. Engaging in hobbies that ignite our passion can bring joy and fulfillment. Moreover, focusing on self-care practices such as exercise, mindfulness, and reflection can enhance our overall well-being. These investments in time yield returns that go beyond immediate gratification. They contribute to a more enriching life experience. Ultimately, the journey to not wasting time begins with self-awareness. We must take a hard look at how we currently spend our days and evaluate whether those activities align with our values and aspirations. Regular reflection can help us identify areas where we may be falling short. By acknowledging these discrepancies, we can take action to course correct and realign our time management with our goals. Embracing the power of reflection also allows us to celebrate our progress, no matter how small. Each step taken toward intentionality is a step toward a more fulfilling life. As we navigate the complexities of life, it is essential to remember that we have the power to shape our experiences through the choices we make about our time. Time is not merely something to be filled, but a canvas on which we can paint our lives. By recognizing its value, living with purpose, eliminating distractions, fostering a sense of urgency, and investing in what truly matters, we can create a life rich in meaning and satisfaction. The clock is ticking, and every moment holds potential. It is up to us to seize those moments and turn them into opportunities for growth, connection, and fulfillment. By doing so, we honor not only our time, but also our potential to live a life that resonates with purpose and passion. Time, after all, is a gift, and how we choose to use it defines the legacy we leave behind. Time is one of the most valuable resources we possess, and yet it is often taken for granted. Each day is filled with a finite number of hours, minutes, and seconds that we can never reclaim once they are gone. In a world filled with distractions and endless commitments, the importance of managing our time effectively cannot be overstated. To truly appreciate the value of time, we must first recognize that it is a finite resource. Unlike money or material possessions, time is something we cannot replenish. Every moment spent is a moment that is lost forever. This reality often becomes clearer as we grow older or experience significant life events. The realization that our time is limited should compel us to be intentional about how we spend it. Time wasted is not just a lost opportunity, it can lead to feelings of regret, dissatisfaction, and unfulfilled potential. Each of us is endowed with a unique purpose and a set of gifts meant to be shared with the world. However, fulfilling this purpose requires a conscious investment of our time. Every moment in our lives carries potential, whether it is an opportunity to learn, grow, build relationships, or make a difference. It's essential to treat every second as precious, recognizing that what we do with our time shapes our lives. When we understand the value of time, we begin to see it not just as a measurement, but as a vital part of our journey. We have the choice to fill our hours with activities that align with our goals and values, or to let them slip away in distractions and unproductive routines. This leads to the realization that purpose and priorities are crucial in our time management. Knowing our purpose allows us to identify what truly matters in our lives. Without a clear sense of direction, it's easy to drift aimlessly, wasting time on activities that do not contribute to our growth or happiness. When we establish our priorities based on our purpose, we can focus our time on activities that matter most. This might mean dedicating more time to relationships, pursuing passions, or investing in personal development. In contrast, without this clarity, we risk being swept away by the demands of daily life. We often find ourselves saying yes to every request, filling our schedules with obligations that do not align with our goals. Consequently, we lose sight of what is truly important. This leads to feelings of overwhelm and stress as we try to juggle too many commitments. By establishing clear priorities rooted in our purpose, we can create a framework for our lives that allows us to make informed decisions about how we spend our time. It empowers us to say no to distractions and obligations that do not serve our goals. Eliminating time-wasting habits is a critical step toward making the most of our time. We often underestimate how much time we lose to unproductive activities. Whether it's scrolling through social media, binge-watching television shows, or engaging in unfulfilling relationships, these habits can consume hours of our day without providing any real value. Recognizing these time wasters is the first step toward reclaiming our time. It requires self-awareness and a commitment to change. We need to evaluate how we spend our time and identify activities that drain our energy or distract us from our goals. By actively choosing to replace these habits with more productive activities, we can create more meaningful and fulfilling days. For example, instead of spending an hour mindlessly scrolling through social media, we might choose to read a book, work on a project, or engage in a hobby that brings us joy. This simple shift can lead to greater satisfaction and a sense of accomplishment. Another critical aspect of not wasting time is creating a sense of urgency in our lives. Life is unpredictable, and we often take our time for granted, assuming that we have plenty of it. However, the truth is that each day presents us with an opportunity to make an impact. Approaching each day with a sense of urgency can transform our mindset and encourage us to take action. When we recognize that tomorrow is not guaranteed, we become more motivated to seize the moment. This urgency drives us to prioritize our time and make choices that align with our goals and values. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to start a project or pursue a dream, we take action now. This proactive approach fosters a sense of accomplishment and empowers us to live more fully. Investing our time in what truly matters is essential to creating a fulfilling life. Each of us has unique passions, relationships, and pursuits that contribute to our overall happiness and well-being. Rather than spreading ourselves too thin across numerous obligations, we must focus our time on areas that bring us joy, fulfillment, and growth. This might mean dedicating time to building meaningful relationships with family and friends, pursuing a passion that ignites our spirit, or investing in personal development and learning. By doing so, we create a life that aligns with our values and aspirations. Ultimately, the key to not wasting time lies in intentionality. We must be deliberate in how we spend our moments, making choices that reflect our priorities and purpose. Time is not merely a backdrop for our lives, it is the canvas upon which we paint our experiences, dreams, and achievements. Each day offers a new opportunity to invest our time wisely, to build the lives we desire, and to fulfill our potential. As we move through life, let us remember that every moment counts. By understanding the finite nature of time and committing to using it wisely, we can create a life that is rich with purpose, fulfillment, and joy. The time is now, and how we choose to spend it is entirely up to us. Time is the most precious resource we possess, yet it often slips away unnoticed. It is finite and irreplaceable, and once a moment passes, it is gone forever. This reality underscores the importance of valuing each moment and being intentional about how we spend our time. Too often, we find ourselves caught up in the daily grind, distracted by trivial pursuits, or stuck in habits that lead us away from our goals. To truly make the most of our lives, we must recognize the significance of our time and commit to using it wisely. Understanding that time is a finite resource should motivate us to prioritize our lives more effectively. Each day offers a new set of opportunities, and how we choose to spend our time can significantly impact our future. By being mindful of the hours we have, we can make more informed decisions about what deserves our attention. When we treat time as a valuable asset, we begin to see the importance of investing it in activities that align with our personal values and aspirations. Instead of merely existing or going through the motions, we can cultivate a mindset that seeks to maximize the potential of every hour we have. To truly avoid wasting time, we must first identify and eliminate time-wasting habits from our lives. These may include excessive social media use, procrastination, or negative relationships that drain our energy and focus. It's crucial to conduct a personal audit of our daily routines to pinpoint where we are losing valuable time. For example, mindless scrolling through social media can consume hours that could be better spent pursuing personal interests, nurturing relationships, or engaging in productive activities. By consciously deciding to limit these distractions, we can free up time for more meaningful endeavors. Additionally, it's essential to assess the people we surround ourselves with. While relationships are important, some can become toxic or unproductive, pulling us away from our goals. Recognizing when to distance ourselves from such influences can help us regain control over our time. Setting clear priorities is essential to ensuring that we do not waste time. Knowing what matters most to us allows us to direct our energy toward those pursuits. When we identify our core values and goals, we can align our daily activities with those priorities. This alignment helps us focus on what truly matters, making it easier to say no to distractions and time wasters. For instance, if health is a priority, investing time in cooking nutritious meals or engaging in regular exercise becomes a natural choice. If personal development is important, dedicating time to reading or taking courses aligns with that goal. This intentional approach empowers us to live with purpose and direction, making the most of each moment we have. Creating a sense of urgency can also play a vital role in how we manage our time. When we approach each day with the mindset that we have limited time to achieve our goals, we are more likely to take action. This urgency drives us to prioritize tasks that contribute to our aspirations and push us to overcome procrastination. The realization that tomorrow is not guaranteed encourages us to seize the day and make the most of every opportunity. By treating each day as a chance to make progress, we cultivate a proactive mindset that seeks to maximize our time rather than waste it. Investing time in what truly matters is the key to living a fulfilling life. Each moment offers the potential for growth, connection, and joy, and it is our responsibility to choose how we utilize that potential. Time should be spent on activities that offer long-term value, such as nurturing relationships, pursuing passions, and engaging in personal development. Investing in ourselves and the things that bring us happiness can lead to a more enriching life experience. Moreover, building meaningful connections with others can enhance our well-being and create a support system that encourages us to strive for our goals. By focusing our time on relationships that matter and activities that bring us joy, we cultivate a life that reflects our true values and aspirations. Ultimately, to avoid wasting time, we must commit to living consciously and purposefully. It requires a shift in mindset and an intentional approach to how we spend our days. Recognizing that time is a finite resource is the first step toward making better choices. By eliminating time-wasting habits, setting clear priorities, creating a sense of urgency, and investing in what truly matters, we can reclaim our time and use it wisely. This proactive approach enables us to live authentically and pursue the dreams and goals that resonate with our hearts. As we navigate through life, let us remember that each moment counts. Embracing this truth empowers us to live fully, leaving no room for regret or wasted opportunities. It inspires us to take charge of our time, ensuring that we make every moment meaningful and aligned with our purpose. In this journey, we discover that our time is indeed our life, and how we choose to spend it defines our existence. Time is a finite resource, and understanding this fundamental truth is essential for living a purposeful life. Unlike money or material possessions, once time is spent, it cannot be regained. This reality underscores the importance of being intentional about how we use each moment. Every day we have is a gift, an opportunity to create, to grow, and to connect. This realization can motivate us to live with urgency and purpose, prompting us to evaluate how we spend our time. To value every moment is to recognize the potential that lies within each second. Each moment offers the chance to build relationships, pursue passions, or take steps towards our dreams. The people we meet, the conversations we have, and the experiences we embrace all contribute to our personal narratives. By treating every second as precious, we open ourselves to the possibilities that life has to offer. We must learn to appreciate the beauty of ordinary moments, the laughter shared with friends, the quiet reflection in solitude, or the satisfaction of completing a task. When we begin to see time as a valuable asset, we become more motivated to make choices that reflect our values and priorities. Knowing your purpose is a guiding light that can help prioritize how you spend your time. When you have a clear understanding of your goals and what truly matters to you, it becomes easier to identify activities that align with your vision. This clarity allows you to focus your energy on pursuits that bring fulfillment rather than getting lost in the noise of daily distractions. Without a sense of direction, it is easy to waste time on trivial matters that do not contribute to our growth or happiness. Establishing your purpose provides a framework for decision-making, enabling you to say yes to opportunities that resonate with your aspirations while confidently declining those that do not. Eliminating time-wasting habits is another critical step in ensuring that our time is spent wisely. Many of us engage in behaviors that rob us of our most precious resource. For example, excessive use of social media can lead to hours spent scrolling through content that adds little value to our lives. Procrastination, whether it's putting off important tasks or delaying the pursuit of our dreams, creates unnecessary stress and limits our potential. Negative relationships can also drain our time and energy, leaving us feeling depleted rather than uplifted. Recognizing these habits is the first step towards making changes. Once identified, we can implement strategies to eliminate or minimize them, making room for activities that enrich our lives. Creating a sense of urgency in our lives can be a powerful motivator to maximize our time. When we approach each day with the mindset that it might be our last opportunity to make an impact, we are more likely to prioritize meaningful activities. This sense of urgency can drive us to take risks, make bold decisions, and seize opportunities as they arise. It encourages us to reflect on our goals regularly and take action, rather than allowing life to pass us by. The knowledge that time is fleeting pushes us to act, to live fully, and to pursue our passions without delay. By fostering this mindset, we can transform our approach to daily tasks and responsibilities, ensuring they align with our larger purpose. Investing time in what truly matters is vital for a fulfilling life. Our time should be spent on activities that offer long-term value and contribute to our growth, whether that's in our personal lives, careers, or relationships. This means dedicating time to personal development, pursuing education or new skills, nurturing relationships that bring joy and support, and engaging in work that aligns with our passions. By focusing our time and energy on these areas, we create a life rich with meaning and satisfaction. It requires intentionality, planning, and sometimes sacrifice. But the rewards of investing time in what truly matters far outweigh the costs. Ultimately, recognizing that time is a finite resource can transform how we approach life. It requires us to be more mindful of how we allocate our time and to make conscious choices that reflect our values and priorities. Each moment is an opportunity and invitation to create, to connect, and to fulfill our purpose. When we embrace this understanding, we empower ourselves to live fully and authentically. We learn to value not just our time, but also the experiences and relationships that shape our lives. By prioritizing meaningful pursuits, eliminating time-wasting habits, and fostering a sense of urgency, we can ensure that we make the most of our time on this earth. In doing so, we cultivate a life that reflects our deepest desires and aspirations, creating a legacy that extends far beyond our years. In conclusion, the way we perceive and utilize our time profoundly shapes our lives. By recognizing time as a finite resource, valuing every moment, and aligning our activities with our purpose, we empower ourselves to live with intention and passion. Let us strive to eliminate time-wasting habits and create a sense of urgency in our daily lives, ensuring we invest our time in what truly matters. Remember, each day is an opportunity to take meaningful steps toward our goals and to connect with the people and experiences that enrich our lives. Thank you for being present today and for taking the time to reflect on the importance of how we spend our time. Good luck on your journey to making every moment count. May you embrace each day with purpose, clarity, and joy.